They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync.
And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Allen now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. 23 yards to pick up there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Zoo!
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Yo, let's go!
2nd and 6. Gets it to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon. They just go out.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got one.
From the gun, Eason. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Got Gordon open, completes it. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Allen. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. It got his man, complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This pass finds its way to Williams. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Go. 50, plant.
Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake. Eason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
49's the mark. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Allen. They shakes it off. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Allen going to throw. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From midfield, here's Allen. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Go, go, go.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen off the play fake. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
First down, Vikings.
Mike, Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the slant.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush would just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Joey Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Tucson.
Bring it. Bring it.
Hit it.
On first down, Eason. Able to get this to Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Allen. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
49's a must. 49's a must.
Hey, orbit.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this with intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting to set.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. X3. 218 chopper. Speed grip.
Now Gordon on first down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. 50, plant.
54. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Shoot.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. He'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, his second sack of the night.
Hey, Will.
Throwing on third and long. Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Mike 49.
Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Allen operating from the gun. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the Chargers.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Allen off the bootleg. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Allen now on third and goal. Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, here we go. Watch the
Gordon. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Able to find Switzer. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's the second and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On third down, Eason. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Let's go.
On first down, Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Allen again here on second and 10. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here's Switzer. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
70, Indy.
Hey, tag. Check three.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Come on, set. 16 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
Now Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Check. Watch the
Ready?
Off play action. Eason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Ready. 8-3. Hey, echo.
It's just me and you. Mike's 54. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Let go.
Throwing on third and long. Eason, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage to 31 now on 1st and 10. A toss play. Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now this throw caught left side. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Allen off the play fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
25, check 25.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw on 3rd down. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A On 2nd and 10, Allen. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. Complete, Hunter Henry with the ground. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. The Vikings send out their punter. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes back. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Looking left side, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason able to get this to Gordon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the ground now with Gordon. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. As we surmised, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Cook stripped, the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Desmond King picks him.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On 1st and 10, Eason. This is White on the screen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit down.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. The Vikings send out their punter on, we think. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
54. Let's pick it up.
Throwing on first down. Eason to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. They'll run for it. This is White. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Chargers on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, Perkins. Open man here is Conklin. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Phillips. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. This one complete to Gresham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and long. And the catch made by Johnson. That one goes for 24 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On the ready.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Stick back to pass. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Ready.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Perkins. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw. Perkins. And Gresham has it left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Perkins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Vikings' 47-yard line.
Ready.
Switch up. Double tight.
On second down now. It's White. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.